friends, it's Lori Trotman again. How are you doing? I have aging parents, and I can't tell you how often we get the same question, right? There's a little bit of dementia going on, just enough to let you know that something's not quite right. And so you might get the question like, my phone doesn't work now, or how do I find this online? I can't seem to find it online. My computer's not working. All these different questions because let's face it, most of our parents' generation didn't grow up with a computer. And unless they were in the workforce where it was part of their job, they're really not that happy about learning how to use a computer. They'd rather do things the old-fashioned way. A lot of us aren't really great at the whole thing of change. So, and with online practices, you need passwords, you need security. It's very important, and it's becoming more and more important over our generation now. So getting a place for passwords is important. And my mom and my mother-in-law, for the longest time, we would go, okay, well, what's your password for your phone? Or what's your password for your bank account? Oh, let me see. And they bring up all these papers. I know I have it here somewhere. Oh my gosh. You just can't believe how many passwords we found and how they were in places all over the place. So first of all, I bought this little book that is a great place to put, it's kind of like an address book. You could put the address for the website, and then in pencil, because if you change the password, you have whiteout or scribbles or whatever over and over again. So I'd write in pencil what their login ID is, what their password is, maybe some security questions. But some of the security options, like send me a text and those sort of things, if I can opt out of those, I do, because that just confuses my parents and my in-laws to no end. And then they save them in their phone like it can help them another time, but it can't. Anyway, so I try to get secure, but not overly secured where it's just going to confuse them. The other option, and this is so that, like my father lives in another state, and he'd call and say, I need the password for my phone. I forgot what my voicemail, 4 digits are, or something like that. Well, if I'm not there, I'd be like, gosh, Dad, look in your password book. That would be helpful. But it was also helpful if I could have their passwords. So what we have done is created a Google Sheet. Most of you have a Google account, so they have Google Sheets. And these are only accessible to you and your email account unless you share it with others. Now, you don't want to call that sheet, Trotman's passwords. Yeah, that wouldn't be smart. So I would suggest, just the silliest name you could think of, but something you'd remember. Like, let's say pickles are your favorite food. Maybe you'd say This is things to make with pickles. Okay, well, hackers and people that are looking for passwords are not going to necessarily look at that, especially if you keep it in a place on your computer with recipes. That's just a silly idea, but you get my point. Call it something different. And then you might have to change that name from time to time, like maybe every couple of years. But seniors are very vulnerable for hackers, and they really get in the position where they really like their everything all over the place or in one place. So it would be helpful for you if you create this sheet, add all their passwords on there and all the information you need, and then up at the top you share with your email. And that way, and allow yourself to be an editor so that you can change things as you need to. And then when mom or dad calls and says, I can't do this because I don't have my password, you can go, hang on a second, and you can look it up and give them their password. So that's just one of the tips that I have for helping your aging parents with passwords. Don't forget that if you want to contact me for anything else, go to my email, which is below, and it's Laurie, Laurie, at unlimitedideas.org. Have a great day.